Welcome to the Joshua Complex Part 2. Joshua has been held up for many decades as the consummate leader after which we're to pattern ourselves. But I see very little talking about the fact that he had blind sides that resulted, for instance, at one point in a day full of bloodshed of innocent people because of something he did as a leader. Now, Joshua may not even still been alive when this bloodshed occurred, but we'll talk about that in part 3. But the first problem that he had was he already knew how to go into battle. He knew what the rules of engagement were, that he wasn't supposed to get out ahead of the commander-in-chief, and that when he went into battle, it would be given to him as long as he proceeded when and how it was prescribed. So he goes in first battle, Jericho, kicks butt. Hey, takes all of the spoils. God said that was supposed to belong to God. That was the first fruits. So as far as Joshua knows, that's exactly what happened. They did exactly as they were told to do. So he just ups and runs out to go and take the next city and winds up coming back with a bunch of people dead and tails between their legs because they got their butts kicked. What went wrong? Well, clearly he failed to confer with the commander-in-chief. He knew from experience, he knew almost through rote memory just exactly how they were supposed to do battle. And for some reason, he got it in his head that he got to make the decisions. He sent in the spies. They came back. We only need so many men. They went back in, got their butts kicked. Chapter 7, he on his face for a guy talking about, oops, these people are going to think something's wrong with you. How could you let this happen to us? Your name is at stake here. And it wasn't all about the commander-in-chief. It was all about the fact that Joshua failed to follow rules that he knew existed from way back. He decided, oh, I'm the big man. I've got all of these wins under my belt. Let me just go in here. Well, the problem was that even though he didn't know it, something was rotten back in the camp because some joker decided he wasn't going to follow the rules they were given, and he said he's going to take a few things, bury them in his tent, and nobody would be the wiser. But had Joshua followed through with the commander-in-chief and conferred with the commander-in-chief like he was supposed to, he would have known before they got their butts kicked that something was rotten in Denmark and they couldn't go forward until that rot was addressed. So the question becomes this. As leaders, none of us are immune to this dynamic now. As leaders, are we sitting back on our laurels, our wins, our successes, and failing to confer with people that we need to confer with in order to ensure that we are moving forward in a proper way, considering all possible avenues and ensuring as few chinks in the process as possible? You have to always make sure that you confer with the people it's affecting. See, we don't understand that just because we're in our ivory towers, we have these successes. We can never forget that the people under us, our teams below us, from break room to boardroom, those people are the people that made it happen. Nobody does anything by a team of one. So, next time we speak, we'll go to part 3 and we'll talk about what Joshua did that resulted in bloodshed down the line. I'm Dr. Linda Williams.